Guess who's back? Ludacris, the king of the South. Sure, lots of people try and say that they're the king of the South. You know, your Lil Waynes and your T.I.'s. And, you know, T.I.'s getting out of jail and Lil Wayne's going into jail. So what's that tell you about Luda? He is the reigning king of the South. Ever since 2000, when he put out Back for the First Time, which featured his breakout single, What's Your Fantasy? You know, I wanna lick you from your head to your toes. You know, that kind of stuff. And then, you know, you got word of mouth. I mean, the guy's had hits upon hits upon hits, and he's still going after 10 years. I mean, he had Roll Out, he had Get Back, he had Blueberry Yum Yums, the ultimate stoner song. He had Moneymaker. That was a great song. But I'd say that his new album just is really solid. You know, a couple years ago, in 2006, he tried to be really serious. He cut off all of his really cool hair and did Release Therapy and then Theater of the Mind, which were both, you know, more serious affairs, more about reality and real things. And, you know, I love that in a rapper. But someone like Ludacris is more like Busta Rhymes. When you got Busta Rhymes, you don't want to hear Busta Rhymes rap about serious things. You want to hear him be crazy and weird. That's what you want from Ludacris. The man can make anything rhyme. And he's fast, and he's ferocious, and he's just like insanity, basically. I mean, check out his new album. It's called Battle of the Sexes. Originally, he wanted to just do it with rapper Shawnna and kind of do this trade back on male stereotypes of sex versus female. And it still kind of follows the same concept, except Shawnna didn't, I don't know if it was label issues or what was going on, but she couldn't she couldn't go through with it. So now he's got, you know, all kinds of guests. He's got Nicki Minaj, who's a rising MC. She's going to be big, get me? All right, she's going to be the next Foxy Brown, the next Lil Kim. She's going to be huge. And on this album, she dropped some fiery verses. We got Neo on Sex Room. We got Trey Songz is on Sex Room. We got Gucci Mane. Everyone loves a little Gucci in their life. We've got, you know, it's an album that kind of returns to that format, that Ludacris format of just really just odd and virtually pornographic descriptions of sexual encounters. I would say that he definitely encapsulates this idea in his song titles. Everybody Drunk, Sex Room, Feeling So Sexy, Hey Ho, and Sexting. Texting, if anyone's, you know, a teenager in high school, I'm sure they've had experience with that. But he's returned to what he does best, porn rap. And this is, you know, dropped, so far for this album, I think 2 singles dropped so far. We got My Chick Bad, which, I mean, that is a song that you just bump in your car, and every time he drops a line, you're just like, oh, he just said that! Like, he's got couple girlfriends, they all a little crazy, coming down the street like a parade, Macy's. I don't know. I was blown away. And he's like, guns getting drawn like cartoons, Homa, and then he says something so explicit I'm not allowed to say it here. And then there's my personal favorite so far of this album is definitely How Low, because that is like vintage Ludacris right there. Like, how low can you go? And then he's, you know, lower than she ever thought she could, not in her lifetime, not in your right mind. He's just talking about sex. Which, you know, is pretty standard for any kind of music, but Ludacris just does it in such a way that definitely not classy, but definitely interesting, unique. Not like any other rapper because, you know, Lil Wayne, he's just like, la 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 lollipop, you lick the rapper. But Ludacris has wordplay, he's clever. And some people think that, you know, licking it like a lollipop is clever, but that just sounds like something dem franchise boys would have written, or those guys who did Laffy Taffy, that song, you know, shake it, shake it, shake it. I'm just saying, if you are in just some hardcore, just down and dirty hip hop, you just need to pick up Battle of the Sexes by Ludacris. DTP. Disturbing the peace.